Hello everyone, welcome to Mo's Kitchen. Today we're gonna make garlic shrimp spaghettini. That's right, if you're looking at this dish, you're thinking you already had it. Chances are you have. A lot of restaurants serve it, but they call it shrimp linguine or seafood linguine. Most of the time it's linguine. I'm gonna use spaghettini today, because it's what I have and I think it works really well. Anyways, let's get started. Now, unless you live by the docks and they're catching fresh shrimp every day, you're better off using a good quality frozen shrimp where they catch it fresh and then flash freeze it. It's the next best thing. So run it under cold water for 5 or 6 minutes. They can peel everything off just like that. See? It's clean. Basically what you want to do is grab the tail, snap it off, and you should be able to get the skin off no problem. And don't worry about all those Food Network people saying you need fresh. Even the supermarkets that sell fresh, it's 3 days old. They bring it from the truck, they leave the old stuff out for the new stuff in the back. It's not fresh. Go with frozen. Trust me. So for the past few minutes, I've been sauteing some peppers on about medium to medium low heat with some vegetable oil. Now I'm going to add some garlic. Maybe cook it for a minute or two. I don't want to brown it. You could, I just don't want to. Also I'm going to add in some salt and some fresh black pepper just to give a little extra flavor. There we go. So for about maybe 5 to 7 minutes, you're going to cook your spaghettini in salted water. Spaghettini is thinner than spaghetti, but thicker than angel hair, so it will cook a bit quicker. Okay, so it's cooking where I like it. Now I'm going to add in some chili flakes just to give some extra heat and maybe toast them a bit. This might look like a lot, but remember I'm going to put a lot of pasta in here, shrimp, and some cream and cheese. So the flavor is going to kind of dissipate. In fact, I would have had a double next time I make it. Now I'm going to add some butter, just a little tiny bit, for the flavor. So if this is a corporate restaurant, per half pound of pasta, you want to add maybe 5 shrimp. But if it's in the real world, for maybe, 4 ounces of pasta, add about 10. But again, that's going to be up to you. Just don't be cheap. So make sure your shrimp are bone dry before you put them in the pan, and add some salt and pepper to them. Now I could have just seared it on high heat, but it's shrimp, you don't really need to do that. Besides, I'm going to cook it in the sauce, so any thick crust is going to dissipate. It's not what I'm going for this time. So after about a minute, 2 minutes, just give it a toss like that. You can see it's got a bit of color to it. That's kind of how you know it's starting to get cooked. It's not all clear. So they're almost cooked, but again, it'll finish in the sauce. I'm just going to give it a quick going like this. Sometimes I will sear it on high for a minute, flip it, and then do it in the cream, but I'm not in the mood for that right now. There we go. Now I've cooked this for maybe a total of 5 minutes. Now I'm ready to add some cream. That should do it. This is basically instant sauce. Or in a corporate restaurant, again, it's going to be milk and water, but mostly water. I'm going to add some parsley. Now I'm going to stir it in. Make sure it's on the lowest setting or this will boil over. Now if cream is too rich for you, what you could do is actually do half cream, half water, nothing wrong with that, or chicken broth, or something more rich. Or you can even do half milk, half cream. Try that out if you want to. So stir it up, again maintain the heat because we're just waiting for the pasta. You want to reduce it for a minute, you can. Now if it's me, I'm using half a pound of pasta and then putting it in here, that is a lot of sauce. I could also use less cream. So you got a lot of options. You could mix it with a less rich liquid, use less sauce, it's up to you. But I know here in North America, they love their sauce. Not me. My kind of pasta, oil, herbs, garlic, vegetables, and cheese. Just like this one over here. Now that's what I'm talking about. This stuff's my jam. I say I love this stuff. It's the best ever. As I have it simmering away, I'm going to season it up with some fresh black pepper, some salt, and nutmeg would go really well in this, or even some lemon or lime zest, which I don't have right now, but try it out sometime. Also going to toss in some more chili flakes, because I told you it's pretty mild still. And if you are using milk or water or anything thin, and you want to make it thicker, just grate in some fresh Parmesan, Reggiano, or any kind of cheese you have. So you saw this coming. Drain up your pasta. Okay, do not wash it or you will be starting over. Add just a little bit of salt and pepper. It might seem like we're going overboard with the seasonings, but remember, there's a lot of sauce here, so it's going to all go away very easily. Okay, mix it up with the tongs, that way it won't stick. Now since I'm using it all right away, I don't wash it. If I was going to keep it for 2 or 3 days, then I would wash it. But if you're using it right away, do not wash it. So I'd like to take a second to dedicate this video to my good friend Patrick Nicole. He's in a band as a drummer, and he's also struggling to become a Super Saiyan right now, as you can tell by the photo. He was a lone dishwasher who I trained, and with my help entered the kitchen as a pasta cook, who I also trained. We had a lot of fun times, and I hope this really reminds you of our fun times, Patrick. Good luck, buddy. Now, just before I put the pasta in, we're going to put some basil. Never mind the chiffonade business, just roughly tear it up with your fingers. I want to have those basil bites in this, and I want to romanize the sauce just a little bit. Okay, chiffonade can do later, that's more for garnish. Now, dump everything in. So if I was working in a restaurant now, I'd be blasting this heat on medium high to high, and the sauce would be boiling and also burning at the bottom of the pan. Then I'd put the pasta in, and 5 seconds later, it's done. But I got mine on about medium low. Just get it in there for a few minutes and let the sauce kind of cook in the pasta, let it absorb it. Just take your time this way, guys. It's much better. You won't burn your pan, and it'll just turn out a lot nicer. So again, I could serve it now, or I can give it a few minutes and let it absorb almost all that sauce, but there's none left. So what you want to do now is taste and adjust. And again, all that cream pretty much made all this mild, so I'm going to add a lot more chili flakes. I'm going to add some more fresh black pepper. If this was just an olive oil based pasta, I would have had like a third of the chili flakes of this overall video, but it's not. There's a bit of salt and some fresh black pepper. If you need to add some more cheese now, you can, or you're going to add it later. So I kept mine on medium for about 5 more minutes, stirring occasionally, and it absorbed all the sauce. But it is ready to serve now if you want. It's up to you. Okay, now we can garnish with that chiffonade basil I was talking about earlier, and some parsley just for the heck of it. Normally I would just toss it in there, but I gotta try to make it look pretty. As you can tell, I'm not very good with. Anyways, that's the video. Shrimp spaghettini. Hope you all enjoyed the recipe. Give it a try. I know I loved it a lot. Visit my website, mos-kitchen.blogspot.ca. And as always, enjoy the video.